3 off in case.
3 off in case. Okay? First interpretation of the act must have been the hypothetical implication of topical policy for the United States resolved for resolution to make a policy words for 64 edition. Civil force the word in act of civil law and United States government, Oregon and Washington D.C. is West legal. 85 United States the federal government and Washington D.C. and President includes troop visits and grievances is dangerous. 09B uses the global presence for progressing vast and costly use troops that will need national waters and hundreds of bases access agreements throughout the world and violation of permanent instrumental affirmation of the resolution now. Voting should be proved does not meet the best interpretation of the topic they have failed to justify the resolution means you the negative aspect of reserve component of equity and conservative forces always says only policy discussions can further to support change. Carvel no date there. It's expected about the essential understanding of the nature changing the channel she believes in the choice of other people there. I was forced to seek to change of those versus both are always supposed to also can't interplay and was supposed to be understood before commotion of Caribbean and organized the antecedents to the hierarchy recipe nor be and how this will play out the old plan for a quantum plan or address it and harness the power of resistance to join the force of change and at the very least resistant forces can be minimized or neutralized so that the four motions of the repeated understanding the psychodynamics of creating change can and should be essential to the one action to harness the federal dragon resistance and switch side the way platform is key to there's a debate it could best because of force the acting to plan not half the time that's key to education here either the melting of the knowledge in particular or just the topics in the role of these topics inside of the knowledge grounded schools subjects that are brought out to force students to address a variety of the multiplicity of issues plays dividends for debate for wider from most of the many issues that effectively coupled with the electronic issues is essential to debate and competitive equity. Competitive debate is a dialogue between two teams. Fairness is key to meaningful participation for both sides. Galloway 7 to the argument to table where all parties receive a opportunity from this side is set by the topic side of the affirmative reciprocally assess the negative approaches to purpose on the areas the topical on the one side that takes more than one stereo equity suffers desire to be there is a fundamental condition of the that takes the form of demand for the quality of assessments friends for non operators to exclude and try to jump prepare when slide comes to the meaningful part to the dialogue opposition is necessary because it sharpens the truth to make compensates for the exigencies the world walks from affirming that maintains the quality for the sake of conversation or germinates and other substitutes for mental action do not approve the knowledgeable benefits of trouble advocacy and a limited discussion is key to decision making and advocacy skills targeting discussion so we're going to freely in controversies progressive or debate with direct cannot produce effective decision without clarification of question to be answered is not clear to be protected without focus on a particular question and if a line of broker decides without a focus there can easily agree with a sorry say without finding a point of with the clarity or possible solutions a more profitable discussion to open up by placing a focus on the research to have a protected debate which facilitates effective decision making by the simple decision to be made the basis for articulately defined what card and find and voting issue limits and ground there and hidden number of reasons that affect scholarship their advocacy could be a reason to vote advocacy itself the only predictable strategies based on temporal action they overstretch our just burden and undermine barriers for all defects and they are factually topical nowhere the ones that are able to mandate where they're able to one either reduce the risk or where they're able to reduce the risk and the cost of the resolution means they're able to solve all instances of military which is problematic because it's not very negative to be able to research and to negate all that. Second is the Jake. Therefore, I think global health is making universal best expectation possible is global since key Mazzara 13. As such, a global dimension of capital was listed on material part of the Marxian theory with the universality of capital cannot be countered by withdrawal into local skirmishes. There is no getting away from the historical impact predicate of which the global solutions are. It's the global movement of capital that completely fragmented states to a sustainable global order or that absolutely necessary. This means capitalism of labor chains that impaired by the capital and social mobile control makes possible the sustainable of the new critical order, but also the sustainability equals conscious control of the social mobile process of reproduction by freely associated collaborators and contrast to the structurally and attractiveness of capital a fair order and treating capital as equivalent to other forms of oppression destroys the class as a separate social change that can reach across all lines of identity. This does not reduce other oppressions, but recognizing the class as the root of social relations in minutes. One, and just become much involved in all contexts results in the downplay of theory and resort to explains as the source of knowledge given that their existence is a human capitalist known as the production experience it has to be distributed in the context of capitalist forces and relations that produce that produce experience and tells the unity of all of them seem kind of unique and social product of historical forces that through Marxist theory that can move forward race, gender, and class are present as equivalent systems class in this instance has no claims to being more fundamental classes a little different and cannot be considered just another oppression class relations are both a set of exploitation a set where potential agents of of social change for our force, the working classes. It's composed of women and who belong to different races, ethnicities, and cultures. As to where intersectionality will not revolutionary into the dominant class position is their power through their choosing to impute their workers argue that class is fundamental is not to reduce the gender or racial origin to class, but to underlie at the root of what happens to this class and capital and personal oppression, the first project of the best three, and it's the millions global and direct depression, outline of the one they see right or threatening men. For capitalism, I will use the machines as global for nature is imperative, apples of hardship, domination of humanity, nature, and the cultivation of instrumental reason to destroy the world for technological control. We, like this, wolf, these systems of classification, deforestation, desertification, violations, disappearing Muslim lands, and integrating human needs systems, all reckon with that, threaten the existence of humanity and our enabling social collapses, these and misery, and vote negative to endorse structural surveillance at the material conditions of the underlying the 1A, see circle materials, and takes a capital focus on productions critical to transform brutality by recognizing profit and surplus, value, and generating class and class conscious of revolution to Fazia, 14, material determination with the mode of prediction, restoring materials, and indicative of 16, class arrangements that were really transformed agency of liberty and history and sociality of reasons that little nature of cultural relations, which is conflict with production, material weapon and historical against the private property, allow people to take part as the conscious participants in transforming religious private ownership of the root of social and collective inequalities and understanding the social basis part of the FE, method of the labor theory, humanist capitals to me know. 1, they will have to be offering and understanding social practice and economic practice of dominant social title with behavioral economy and equality of economic access, which determines the access to healthcare, education, housing, diet, transportation, systematic equality cannot be explained by gender, race, sexuality, disability, ethnicity, nationality, secondary contradictions are ultimate by capital of the court data. Capitals go to the text. And I affirm that in charting the 186 that for the term queer, but rather use queer instead of queer, we can't break through the whiteness associated with the term queer. Klein 15. The term was into the white male gay has been first referred to the ones that contemptuously in the term we would like to discharge queer from this connection. 32 report is that such as strange refusal, especially queer, all theories have of course the term queer, and the best to is whiteness more formidable to replace publicly term queer the refer speaks to of course the needs of also way too critical notions of identity and using of colors and as a fashion queer this becomes a homogenous term only. Queer solves is better starting point for identification. This is Johnson. 1 queer is often able to accompany issues of bias most of the color who from race or communities requires use a false universal or unifying umbrella. We cannot forget that homogeneity or races are different. This queer offers a way to critique staples and notions of identity at the same time to racialize about class knowledge. This conceptualization for rounds the ways lesbians, bisexual, gays, and transgender people of color become to sexual and racial knowledge. Let's go to hits. Queer activity or not the limits of the radical potential queer theory only queer optimism through the term can through the ones that the negative can simply queer theory can solve anonymous 10. Queer is a paradigm shifting working queer theory, queer optimism, showing that queer that monopoly limits of queer theory, queer optimism is a direct response to queer pessimism rather than provide a binary antidote to the survival or the popular notion of the negative queer optimism as a disruption to this structure. Queer optimism does not decide prior towards happiness, but instead finds that happiness optimism is openness and intrigue with the idea of opposite purposery and queer optimism is a good best modality for understanding anonymous 10. Queer optimism is since we do not choose between the natural and this concept where it says that we admit the difficulty of making such a choice meant to be sacrifice the consequences such as entail that we consider different. We don't manage to free from the conceptualizing of seriously forms of opinion or already or close to ideological detectors are weird. They're taking queer optimism asks what if and considers both and instead of what if and as intellectual it resists simply feeds the dominant order. Hot topic will sell your resounding long before the militarized relationship is interrupted, but negative to turn the TV this Pelvin. 3. When I hear the expression intellectual justice, it reminds me of a souvenir I brought a large red hotel of a portrait of Chico Fire praise intellectual justice requires and a host of connotations who amongst the know and echo of 1968 that stirs blood, constantly making the injuries to feel somehow younger associated means of creating non-contradictory community, more values and revolution where romanticism will be balance of the distinct sexuality or else consciousness. I am extremely rare for anyone to trouble with intellectual without any concern a lot is intellect is capable of doing nothing at all except filling his owner's belly with selling and self-resistance can only be sensible in the internal human dimension because all openly declared forms of intellectual resistance will incorporate into censorship as a rebellion. New trends in fashion are taken up by consumer chains, store designs, and victory lies to turning the thing off.
Okay, are you open for a cross-ed?
Yes.
Kerbal card on framework.
Sure.
Where's the warrant for conservative fill-in happening now?
For fill-in will happen now?
Yes, or fill-in happening. Because that card is saying clinical psychology can cause change.
Sure.
I want to know where's the warrant for fill-in. Also, how is framework clinical psychology?
Sure. 1, to answer your first question, line, there is a dynamic that is essential to understanding the nature, changing the beliefs and choices of other people. This is where we're getting into the conversation of like conservatism. Continuing, there are forces that seek to change and those resistant. Both are always present. There is a constant interplay. We think that, and here it says, and both must be addressed before a forward motion can occur. We think that the affirmative negates that motion to occur because there's no like.
Okay, that's not a warrant for conservative fill-in, but can you answer the second
we
part
have
of the
to
question?
be able. I'm sorry, the second part.
How is it clinical psychology, which is the warrant for why this card solves change?
Sorry, what?
The very first
The
sentence says that change happens because of clinical psychology. How is framework clinical psychology?
I don't necessarily think that it has to be clinical psychology in order for it to be still applicable.
I
think that it talks
that.
about how different resistance forces tend to be minimized or neutralized because that forward motion is not impeded.
Sure.
Right?
I mean,
Criticism.
the author is a clinical psychologist
Criticism.
about the like.
How does
cognition
CAP sustain itself in the world of the alt?
Say that one more time.
How does CAP sustain itself in the world of the alt?
It doesn't. Like we.
No, I just want to know how CAP functions. Does it function off of means of production?
Yeah.
So by rendering bodies productive, it functions and sustains
I
itself?
think there's a mischaracterization that's going on. The alt says that we need to have a historical materialism, looking at the ways in which surplus value have been the ways in which we understand like.
That's not my question. I understand what historical
bodies.
materialism is. I want to know how capitalism
That's not
sustains
materialism,
itself.
right?
But
The
that's
Tumino
cool.
evidence talks
Historical
about the
materialism,
surplus labor.
a Marxist understanding of historical materialism says we need a bottom-up approach. Marx also furthers that by saying
I would
that
say top,
either the
top
revolution,
down, but go ahead.
but that's not in tandem
Top
with Marx
globalism
at all.
down
It's
approach.
not what
That's
Marx would say
our
at
lead
all.
card.
Marx says that the reason why historical
It's a cross
materialism is
question or a
sufficient.
dissertation.
This is what I'm asking you.
Okay.
Marx says that the reason why historical materialism can cause a revolution to occur is because either A, revolution is inevitable and it will occur external to the one I see, or B, the app is not big enough and you speed up the revolution. So which one is true? Which one is sufficient? Which one should we be hanging our hat on at the end of the debate? Because that's what Marx is talking about.
Okay, one, I guess I don't agree that the revolution is inevitable. I think that
No,
our
it's
cards are pretty indicative
You're all
of saying
going to talk
that
about Marx.
if you have a card that says that, we can have a debate. But I think that one,
Manifesto. Let's go to the counter plan, the pick.
Alright.
What is queer?
what is queer?
Yeah, you picked out of queer.
Sure.
I want to
We
know what
think
you
that
think queer
is a term that is only experienced by those of privilege, aka white people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say